to dress accordingly to be around your kids, or would you still continue to allow your partner to dress as how she used to dress before having a child, like wearing the bikini, wearing your shirt, not clothes, whatever the case may be?
Yeah, this you see, this is a hot one because oh god, I gotta make sure I'm saying this properly. But blaze them up, blaze them up. They're
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Would You Rather Pod. I'm your co-host Jace. We got my main man to the right, the leading A-lister, Mr. JR. We got Cash Money Linda in the back.
What up,
We
Cash?
got the infamous Dubai Prince in the Cloud, Uncle Sammy.
What up, Sam?
What's
All
up?
right.
What's up?
All right. So, let me start this pod again with our unofficial, unofficial
Yep.
sponsor. So we're here. We're not here to play nice. We're here to ignite fires and have a good time with our favorite drink. The unofficial sponsor of the Would You Rather Pod, Mr. Crown Royal. JR, tell them what we're drinking today.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are sipping on Crown Royal's smoothest and finest. That is Crown Royal Vanilla. Whether you're chilling with your boys, whether you're just kicking back watching the game, Crown Royal Vanilla goes down ever so smooth. I'll tell you that for sure.
All right. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right here with you, bro.
Oh,
Cheers. What a day. What a day. I'm feeling good. How you feeling, JR?
Feeling good, man. It's not so decent Sunday, but I guess weather-wise,
The sun's out.
sun's out.
We don't really need too much lighting here.
That's true for now.
Well, we like to give credit where credit's due. You're listening to one of our favorites, Water Flowing Deportee with Falling in Love. We reviewed this first episode, and I gave it a bad rating, but it's grown on me. So I'm giving his credit where credit's due. So right now,
sure.
that's our intro song. Credit goes out to Cash Money Linda for making this get stuck in my head. All right. So did you hear about this? All right. Sorry about that. I got to get better on the phone. Anyways, did you hear about this in the animal kingdom? Specifically gorillas? So when two males gets into a fight,
Yeah.
the losing gorilla actually loses their wife and kids. Did you know that?
So the winning gorilla will take the losing gorilla's wife
and kids. Take the family.
Ooh,
That's tough, isn't it? That's a
That
tough
is.
world.
yeah.
And here we are wondering about like if you're a man or a woman.
Tell you, the animal kingdom do not mess with gorillas, with hippos, with elephants.
No, man.
any of
Kill or
those.
be killed.
God, they're.
They're not worried about all those stupidness
No.
stuff. Oh, man. But let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Do you think some gorillas lose on purpose? Just think about it.
Oh God. Oh, I don't even want to go down that route, but you planted a seed. Yeah, I mean, you don't like your wife, you don't like your kids. Your son is not owning up to the king of the animal kingdom.
You go bug the big gorillas like you want to
Yeah.
fight?
You might just lose intentionally, just so have them.
A fresh family. You get a fresh start.
You're back on the market. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you got anything we want to talk about today?
Yeah, man.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So, all right, we live in this social media era or social media world where it doesn't matter who you are, you've got some sort or form of social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Now, I want to know, what is social, if you're in a relationship, what is proper social media etiquette? And the reason why I ask this is,
You've had an incident, did you?
Not necessarily. No. What I think is we are playing in a new world that we are all experiencing at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, excuse me. It's not like social media has been around for like our parents' generation. So we're the ones that are like literally testing the waters.
Right.
So with that being said, if you're in a committed relationship, what are the do's and don'ts on, let's say, liking pictures, dropping a comment, DMs, things like that? Because this is all uncharted territory.
DMing who? Another female from a male's
Well,
perspective?
that's the thing. Who are you allowed to DM and not DM? And how does that conversation flow in that DM? You know,
That's
and
a good one.
yeah, because again, this is all uncharted territory. We're all going through this together, and I just thought,
But how do you compare it to something from before social media? Because it's so easy accessible, right?
Yeah.
Is it just like talking to another person at work, or like
True. Yeah.
making comments like, "Hey, you look good today"?
Yeah.
That's somewhat a comparison, but it's not publicly known, right? You going to work?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, no, that makes total sense, right? So I guess from my point of view, and then I'll hand it over to you, is I think in order to even get to the point of figuring out the do's and don'ts, it starts with having an understanding between both yourself and your partner, right? Now, how a lot of things work in life is you normally don't come to that understanding until something happens, because you're not going to cover every single boundary in the beginning of a relationship. Right. Most of the times it's something happens. Hey, you're wrong for that. Well, we didn't establish that boundary. Okay, let's establish it now so it doesn't repeat. So I think the first step is obviously having an understanding of what would I allow my partner to do that they wouldn't want me to do back.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, for example, if there's a guy shirtless, I wouldn't want my significant partner to be dropping hearts and kissy faces in the comments, just like if there was a girl in a bikini, my partner wouldn't want me doing that.
Okay.
Right? So it's got to be eye for eye.
Okay.
Right? That, again, that's my views on it.
But don't you think it's a little bit harder for men, to be honest with you? Like the ratio between how women are these days, younger women are these days on social media,
true,
versus men, it's all sexualized.
Yeah.
Like it's really hard for me. Like I don't even follow a lot of people. And I get all these people on my feed.
Yeah.
That are just showing their boobs, their ass, and
out of nowhere.
Like I'll open my phone and it just shows up.
Yeah.
The algorithm's just crazy.
It is.
I don't even know, like, you can't really get past it, but liking and commenting is one thing.
Right.
Obviously, I would never comment.
Right.
So I think that's like off the table.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't comment.
Right.
Liking, I would say you only, from my perspective, only if you know that person and you know them in the past, I would say.
True.
Because you're kind of like, a like is a support, right?
Right.
To me, it's not like I like you, I like this picture is amazing, hanging on my wall. I think it's just a like. That's how I see. And if you know the person,
true,
right, you're supporting them. But I don't know. I kind of want to get Uncle Sammy's perspective, because I'm not too big on social media.
Same.
Because I try to keep a low profile on social media to not run into those situations. Yeah. To be honest with you, Uncle Sammy, what you heard the topic?
Yes, I heard. I kind of agree with JR, what he was saying in terms of setting the ground rules. So like if you have a understanding that, hey, I'm not gonna like other girls' pictures, you probably don't want to like other guys' pictures, that way. Like the other thing comes into to play, like suppose, like you said, Jason, it's supporting. I look at likes as supporting as well. Yeah. So if someone has a friend, let's say my girlfriend has a friend, if I like that picture, is she going to take it the wrong way that I'm liking her friend's picture? Or You know what I mean? But I could just be supporting, so it's almost like you kind of have to set the ground rules. So what JR is saying, she may say, hey, don't like any of my friends' pictures. I don't mind you having them on Instagram. Or she might say, I don't even want you to have them on Instagram or whatever, so it's a fine line. I have a question for you guys while we're on the topic, actually.
Mhm.
All right.
How do you feel about having mutual friends on like social media of your ex? So like if you had your ex, you guys have mutual friends that you met through the ex,
Mhm.
do you think that they should still be keeping that person on social media? Because, technically it can give the ex,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, the avenue to really be checking up on.
Like, I don't. So just to respond to that, I wouldn't want to keep an ex on my social media just because if I was single, I would still keep an ex until I get serious with someone. I think I don't want my wife or my girlfriend to need to worry about those things and be like jealous or have a reason to be jealous.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't even be a conversation for me. There's no like
No, same. But not, let's say not the ex itself,
Okay,
but like
the
mutual
friends,
friends
right?
through the ex. Yeah.
I guess it depends on the friendship. Damn. If it's like
Yeah.
a guy that knew the ex and we're like close buddies or something like that, I don't think that'll be an issue.
True.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one, but I think it depends on how the relationship is. If it's just like we hang out only when I was with my ex or something like that, then I would probably unfollow them. Like there's no value in keeping them. There really is no value. That's the past.
True.
That's exactly what I was leaning towards as well. The value isn't there, and you're gonna be having, mutual friends with the new relationship. So
right
at that point, that's attributive the value. So I kind of on that same line of thinking. But it was interesting since we're on the social media aspect. I thought it might be interesting to talk about it.
Do you think, Uncle Sammy, that I find it odd to? So I've never had with my significant other. I've never had that conversation about social media etiquette, how to like or not to like. I think it's kind of to me a bit strange because I don't feel like I need to tell her how to act on social media. I feel like I don't want to seem like I'm controlling or feel insecure, right?
Yep.
It just kind of worked out where she's a good person in that way. I feel like she's respectable online, and I'm the same way. So I never really had that conversation or even run into a situation where I had to worry about something she liked or commented on or have like someone DM her.
Almost like what JR said though, until something comes up, then you never really have that discussion, right? So like for example, if someone was to like DM her and she was to respond, I think you'd actually have a conversation at that point. But you're trusting that person to understand that you're gonna get random DMs from guys.
Yeah, you can't.
You're probably not. Yeah, you don't want to be responding to it. So I think that was what JR was getting to earlier.
But even like DMs is kind of like text messages, right? Like out of the blue text messages. It's like a feeler where someone puts that out there.
It's almost like easy access now to everybody though. Like you can technically you can DM like the Hollywood movie actresses and stuff like that. Now, are they gonna probably respond to you? Not likely. But technically they can, you know what I mean? Where before we wouldn't have access to text them, but you can true. Now.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think DM is a little bit more personal. Like,
yeah.
To me, the only way I notice if someone or commenting, because you kind of see it in your feed. Like if it comes in your feed, you'll see, she also liked the same picture, right?
Yeah.
You kind of see that. But DMs is more personal, I think. It's like, you shouldn't be going into someone's DM or their text messages anyways. Yeah. I think if that does come to light, that's a different scenario. But in most cases, a DM, whether it is out there or not, I don't think a significant other needs to know about it, because that's more so your personal kind of space, I think, and it's up to really you manage that. I think.
True.
What do you think?
I guess.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if someone, like, you can't really control who DMs you.
True.
You really can't, right?
Yeah.
You block.
But you can control if you respond, though.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. And what if you're trying to respond to kind of just respond in a respectful way to say, hey, thanks, but this is the last time I'm messaging you, or something like that. Just to kind of, I don't know, because they're bothering you every time.
Yeah.
You know, you do. That's some situations where someone will DM you, and you kind of like, hey, you got to stop this. I'm not responding for a reason.
You know, with the social media now, it won't show up. Your DMs won't show up. So unless you respond, then it's like you accept the request for them to
that shows how much I know about
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Dresses how she used to dress before
Okay.
having a child.
What do you think? Sorry, I cut you out there.
No, you're good. I think for me, I think from my point of view is, you mentioned you don't necessarily have to not tell your partner, but that's your personal DM. But do you think if there was something like salacious, let's say, or something,
that's a big word,
very
can you
provocative or promiscuous, would
Uncle Sammy knows I ain't good at English.
I think like if you just get one of those those little annoying DMs, right, whatever. But if it's something like where you know this person they're trying to poke something, they're trying to get something out of you, I think then it's worthy of bringing up to your partner and say, hey, look, like, here, this is what's going on. You know what I mean? And you show the proof, right? And then again, how you respond to that, right? Because you could look at it one or two ways. You could just ignore it completely and just not even reply. But you can also reply and shut it down, but now you're engaging. So your partner could look at it and be like, well, why did you even bother replying? Now you're giving this person all opportunities to engage with you, right? When you could have just ignored it.
Why did you reply?
That's the thing.
That's from a girl's perspective. Why did you even reply?
It's like, well, I'm trying to shut it down. Look at what I said. I'm like,
you're trying to do the good thing, and you might get
damned if you do, damned if you don't, right?
Yeah. Or why is she messaging you? Why is she messaging you? And you haven't replied.
Yeah.
So like, how would you
maybe
respond?
A good rule of thumb would be like, if you feel like your partner would be upset or would feel a type of way, that's something you have to bring up to your partner. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of self-manage it. So like, if somebody messages you and says something and you feel like you want to reply, maybe before you reply, be like, hey, look, I just want to show you this is what this person said.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should I even reply to this, or just like, you know what I mean? So that way, if it crosses your mind that, oh, this feels wrong or this could be a potential problem, it's best way to, I guess, like attack the problem before it even becomes a problem. You know what I mean? Because the moment you initiate or engage in it, then, you know, the other person is going to say, okay, why did you do this? Why did you do that? So it's almost like you do, like Jace was saying, self-managing it a little bit. Like, you got to know yourself, you know, and know your partner, if they would feel a type of way.
Do you think your partner, though, would feel some type of way that, why is someone messaging you all this time, even though you're not responding?
I wouldn't personally, because, you know, I suspect people are going to try to hit on your girl, like, you know what I mean? But that's fine, as long as they're not engaging or, like, giving the time of day.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. I just think you just can't control somebody else's actions, right? You can only control your reaction, right? So, I mean, if someone is messaging your partner, it's almost like a what the hell, but at the same time, it's almost like, well, yeah, I know why you're messaging her. That's the reason why. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my partner is that good looking or whatever, right? But
what if it's someone from your past that keeps messaging you?
Then
Like even though you don't respond,
Yeah.
your significant other will still feel some way like she's not
Yeah.
over you. And did you do
That's the
anything in
thing,
the last
yeah.
few months? I can't see it
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
haven't responded, but there must be a reason
Yeah.
why they're
Yeah.
messaging you.
Yeah, that,
Like that D was pretty good.
yeah. But no,
She would
man,
have to be
honestly,
more
I think,
secure. She'd have to be more secure in herself, I would
Yeah.
say. You know what I mean? Because if you are, then you'd be like, okay, the ex keeps messaging him. Obviously, I know he's a good guy, so I get why she's
Yeah.
messaging. But you just gotta be like, oh, this is, secure that this is your person. So now you're not really worried about that.
No, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
This almost comes back to, like, remember the story about the girl with that bought the tickets to the show.
Uh-huh.
So it almost intertwines a little bit because you can't control her actions. She went up on the stage and did what she did. Social
Yeah.
media actually almost ties in the same way.
So like how we're kind of older and we grew up before social media, right?
mhm.
These kids these days are growing up with social media, are growing up with quick communication here and there. Do you think there's a different mindset though? Do you think it's more acceptable for this newer generation to just randomly talk to people, reach out to people? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, oh, I met her back a couple weeks ago. We met at the bar. Instead of sharing phone numbers, now you're sharing like your Instagram profile, right? And it's like quick DMs here and there, even though you're with someone. Do you think it's a little bit more acceptable these days? For some reason, I think it is.
It is. It is. Yeah. That I think that boundary has expanded now, and it is somewhat acceptable.
Yeah. Just like the girls on Instagram, like the skin they show, the sexuality they show. It's like those are someone's boyfriend. Like all of them are not single. Let's be honest. They're all not single.
Yeah.
Like a very fine percentage are single, but they're still showing their bodies, and their guys okay with it.
Yeah. Well,
I wouldn't be, but that's I think the new generation today. Like it's really different.
It is.
And I wish that substance of like having that connection with someone and having it genuine, it's kind of like fading away.
It is. And I think from a woman's point of view in that instance is, well, I have a big following on social media, right? So now her mindset is driven by content, and the content that she posts, videos, pictures, stories of, showing skin, from the man's point of view it's hard to argue against that because she has that following on social media. So now I will sound controlling if I tell her, hey, you can no longer post those type of pictures because
I don't know. So Sam, what's your thought about that? Like, would you, like these days, do you think it's a little bit more loose, all these rules, or if there are even rules? Like if you go out with a girl, she's probably already has an Instagram showing skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's interesting because now in this day and age of followers and content, they monetize it. So that's the other portion of it. So that's why some of the guys are okay with it because you could get sponsored like through makeup or clothes or whatever, and then they, you get these expensive clothes and they, you're posting pictures with them, but you're getting them for free. So I think that's why a lot of these girls do it, and they know that sex sells. Like, more skin you show, the more guys are gonna be looking at it, the more people look at it, and more followers means more money. And that's why, I guess, to even go further with OnlyFans and things like that, that's why some of these women are making a ton of money, just bikini pictures and things like that. They don't even really have to do anything that crazy, and they're getting all this money. So it's the way it's going. It's interesting to see where it's headed. But yeah, that's the other thing, though. I think to myself, I'm like, do they think when you post these pictures that they're on the internet forever. We talked about being on the internet forever. So now when you have kids or something like that, you may regret that you were posting some crazy pictures when you're like 24 and now you're like 35, regretting that like all the kids could see, what you posted. Although you delete it, it's still there.
True.
So like the chances are with that, right? That's why going back to this younger generation, Sam, let's say you find a girl, you're dating her for let's say 6 months, right? Relatively good girl with you, everything seems good, but all of a sudden you find out she has that profile.
That is for me personally, it's a turn off. Because like I don't think you need to, and this is the guy who posts like shirtless pictures, so I don't know why I'm being hypocritical, but
we got Sam's handle in the description.
But I guess it's a little bit different with if you're showing your ass and your boobs, it's drawing the wrong attention. I always think to myself, I'm like, what are you showing that for? Like, do you want someone
money,
to only...
Right? You said money. So...
Right, and that's what it is. But if I saw somebody, I wouldn't be okay with it.
So let's say the situation...
Even for the money.
So let's say instead of 6 months, a year. So you're very serious with this girl. All that feelings just goes away because you find out her profile. With you, she's good. With your friends, your family, you guys talking about having kids, getting married next year. Then all of a sudden, this pops up. Why is it such a big deal?
I would hope she would have told me. Like, I would be disappointed if she had told me earlier, because if it goes on for a full year for me to only find out then, that's kind of disappointing.
But it does happen, right?
Go ahead.
It does happen though, right? Because that's a part of her that, and this is probably a challenge for a lot of girls today. They want to get a good man, but they're doing this. So they kind of have to hide it in a way, and they'll think, okay, when I don't need money and I have my career going and maybe I get married, I can kind of shove this under the carpet and no one will know about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. But that's I always look at it, how are you going to meet a good man if you're looking for him with the wrong reason? You know what I mean?
The days are over. These girls are delusional. They're on social media thinking they're going to make money, thinking they're going to pose, and nothing's going to, like, they're going to find a good man. It doesn't make sense to me at all. The men that they're finding are just for their ass. They're not finding good men. And if they are finding good men, they're going to lose them.
Exactly.
It just doesn't make any sense. You're already starting the relationship on a lie. That's why, that's one of my pet peeves today is women who go online are doing this. Yes, you're making money, but for how long? You want to travel, you want to do that. But at the end of the day, are you looking for yourself? Does it come into play like they don't want a man? You know what I mean? Like now, a lot of them are independent. I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man for that. This is my life. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? It's like, do you really want a man? I don't know.
I think a lot of them forget that, your youth doesn't stay this way forever. So you find that guy who may have money and it's all good. But then what happens when you get a little bit older and, the man finds someone younger? You know what I mean? And then he replaces you because the way he found you with his money, he could find someone else. So I think that's lost in the shuffle. So instead of finding a good man or doing it for the right reasons, if you're doing it for money and you're doing it for those type of things, well, looks fade. Like, you know what I mean? So the person you are inside doesn't. So I think a lot of people don't take that into consideration enough anymore. But again, that is social media driven.
Yep.
But do you think that's the new world now? Like,
yep.
How do you find... Sam, if I may say this, you are a single man, right?
Yes.
How are you finding it just in general looking for that girl, that proper girl?
It's hard. I think it's super hard to find someone these days because you don't know what you're looking at. And now it's a lot harder even meeting people in person, I find. Well, everything's locked down. I mean, like, you don't even go into work these days. You're working from home. So I know it's a little bit different even since the
Where do you find a
Pandemic.
girl then? Because
You just
And-
gotta hope you meet someone.
how do you meet them? That's the tough thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine if I were single today, what my plan would be to look for someone. I really don't.
No, it's hard. Because then
Maybe-
if you're looking on Instagram, you're the same stuff that would capture my attention might be the boobs and the ass. You know what I mean? So is that now we're in a big circle? So it's
Yeah.
And you're desensitized now, right? It's like, oh, there's another boob.
Yeah.
There's another ass. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's nothing there.
No. And
yeah.
that's why like social media today is the dating profiles of back in the day,
Yeah.
right? You no longer
It
need
is.
any of the profiles. It's you got social media, Instagram, what's the other one? TikTok, whatever. You're booming. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, right? You know, because think about it like this: the amount of people you can reach on social media versus a dating app. Let's say Instagram, you're gonna reach more people on Instagram than an actual dating app, right? So
Yeah.
you know, yeah, but you know, oh well, that's today's world, man, and like that's why I said we are charting, we're traveling through uncharted territory,
Yeah.
right? You know, I got a question for you guys though.
Okay.
Back in the BlackBerry days, you guys had Blackberries?
I never had a
Yeah.
BlackBerry.
Oh, see, BBM. So okay, well, everybody knows
Yeah.
BBM, right? Was the coolest
Yeah.
because you can give someone your PIN without them getting.
How was
your
MSN
number.
Messenger back in the day?
Oh. See,
Go ahead.
I got like the tail end of MSN. Oh, and you put your status with all the. Oh, those are so cool. Yeah. And your dial-up internet. You can't use. People are trying to call the house phone. You can't use the house. Nobody could reach you because
Yeah.
you're using the dial-up internet. But like same thing. MSN, BBM, like those are things where you could have someone's contact without having their number.
Right.
You know. And,
Yeah.
But anyways, well, yeah, the world that we live in is ever
Sorry,
so changing.
Did we answer your question? Social media etiquette between couples.
Yeah, no, it answered it. I think we're all on the same page. It starts with having that understanding and establishing it.
But do we talk about limits though? Like, what is a limit? Are you even allowed to like a girl's picture?
Depends on the couple.
Depends. It honestly depends. I think it comes down to the security of your partner, and just how comfortable and how
Do we need a
much they
female's
trust you.
input on this?
I
Because I
think
think
we
we're
do.
three guys talking and assuming. I don't know, Cash Money. Did you hear any of this conversation? Do you have any comments on it? Cash Money scared.
Hello, everyone.
Cash Money, Linda. La, la,
What
la,
up,
la, 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 la,
Cash?
Linda.
To touch on Jordan's point regarding
JR.
JR. To touch on JR's point
Yeah.
regarding if you are allowed to like a girl's picture on social media or even a guy's picture on social media, yes, you are allowed, but what are you liking? Like, what type of picture specifically are you liking? Are you just liking the ones that the person posts half naked?
So let's go through the list, right?
Okay.
Half naked.
No, that's totally,
Half naked, but
especially if you're in a relationship. I think that's disrespectful.
okay.
That's just me.
Half naked, but you've known them in the past. Not an ex. You just known them from school or something like that. So we were talking about, in our situation, if you like a girl's picture because you know them, it's more of a support, right? Because you know them in the past. So it's someone that your significant other has known in the past. You even know them as well. She's half naked. Can the like is okay? To show support from a guy's perspective?
I guess, and somewhat, but also too, like, Like obviously, I'm in a relationship, so if I post a picture and I have someone that knew me before, in the past, let's
As
say,
a friend, establish that as a friend.
as a friend, and he still likes my picture. I don't look at it as, oh, he just want to get with me or anything. I just feel like he supports. Right?
Right.
But then again, I don't post pictures to like impress people, like half naked pictures. Like say for instance, like those girls that go to the gym, for instance. Great, you're recording yourself, but I feel like sometimes it's too much, like what they do. For me personally, like you have your whole fronts printing, somebody is like trying to work out, but they're distracted because of what you're trying to do. Like, I feel like you're not even doing it to just post content of working out, but more like showing your body and showing the world what you have to offer. That's how I look at it.
Okay. True, fair enough, which is valid, but I think it also comes down to just the confidence that individual has. They're comfortable in their skin to post. And but here's another interesting part. So if my partner was into going to the gym and working out and post those type of pictures, who am I to tell my partner whose confidence is sky high, who's comfortable in her skin, working out, this is what she does, who am I to say, I don't want you to post that?
You're the gal them sugar.
But see,
you said, who am I?
Not a lot of guys would agree with JR.
Yes.
No.
No. But
not a lot of guys.
Here's the thing. What if your following is, so the girl's following is a lot of personal trainers, the workout community. And that's the type of pictures she posts with, I don't know, like sports bra and whatever you wear at the gym. Who am I to say you can't post that? But that's
your brand,
her
right?
whole brand, her
that's
persona.
your brand.
It would be selfish for me to say that because now I'm shutting down her. She could be having potential, clothing
sponsorships,
brands, like,
okay.
Gymshark, whatever, reaching out
and guys are only following you who don't know you because you look good,
right?
And you post in gym clothes that looks good on you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It would be selfish of me to say you can't do that. Now, what if? I don't know. What if? Okay, let's change the circumstances. What if we went on vacation and now she's posting solo bikini pictures?
But keep in mind, she's still a gym person. Her brand's still a gym person. She's just posting, I went on a trip. That's where the girls these days get caught up with the phone and the social media. They can't live without it.
Right.
Everything has to be a post.
Yeah.
Guys will still like the picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or do you share those pictures? Like, is that a conversation with your significant other where you're sharing our vacation pictures together where you look pretty good?
Yeah.
But should those pictures only be for you and me?
That's true.
I don't know. I had talked to someone, a guy, and he said that he's okay with his partner posting just swimsuit pictures. Okay.
Is he a younger guy?
No.
Same age.
Just
older.
not to like if you post like a simple swimsuit on, whatever. Not like the, bend over kind of a pose or, like flat on showing flaunting your body. But yeah, like you could post a simple bikini picture. You don't have to go crazy on like.
That's what I don't get. When did bikini pictures be a common thing? Like this generation to me just doesn't make sense. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I think
like bikini used to be private.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bikini, like lingerie is more covering than bikinis.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been to Florida and this lady was walking with her partner and the type of swimsuit that she had on was like those thongs. And I was like, wow. Well, obviously caught someone else's attention, but like, how do you feel like if, yes, you're on vacation with your partner, but would you allow her to wear a thong? Obviously, you're not going to be with her.
That's the world today.
But see, the thing is, if women are taking the stance of I'm independent, I make my own moves, my own decisions, who is the man to say what you can or cannot wear? That's the issue, right?
Let's say,
is it March International Women's Month? Or was it
Yes.
February? March, yeah.
Something like that.
Who am I to say you can't come out the house wearing that? Again, that's just the world that we live in, right?
I don't
can't say
think.
anything.
I don't think the way how you're saying it. I don't think you should like flat on say like, but you do have a say, especially if the person is your wife or fiance or whatever the case.
But then you're
may be.
controlling though.
Potentially, you
That's what it
are.
comes across.
If you're not comfortable, you're like, you know what, babe, try to dress a little bit appropriate.
But that's where I have the problem where if a guy comes out and says that, he's controlling.
Mm-hmm.
But then you don't want a guy to come out and come off as pussyish,
Right.
right? But I'm controlling and telling you how to dress.
Mm.
That's where, to me, men cannot actually be men and say their actual opinion these days.
True.
Because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you
Mhm.
don't. If I tell you how to go out and not wear something, I'm controlling.
Yeah.
So what if a guy's like on social media and he's wearing his boxers and all you could see is the front, like printing through the boxers, and he has a girlfriend and you're like, oh, well, I'm a model, I promote this brand, whatever the case may be. She's not comfortable with it. Then she comes off as controlling if she's to say, well, if
But let's
you
talk
don't-
about regular couples, right? Like that's
Mm.
maybe 1% of guys, even less 1% of guys do that.
Yeah.
And it's really like the good-looking guys that would
Yeah,
actually do it.
the real
Today,
jack
a
ones.
girl who's average
Yeah.
will go out and post a bikini thong pic, bend over. Not even the hottest one
Yep.
would do that. And a guy cannot tell her significant other cannot go and tell her, I don't like what you're doing.
Mm.
I don't believe in that. I think a guy.
You don't
especially-
believe that?
I believe that if you're in a relationship as a man, you are allowed to say how you feel, but not in a controlling manner,
That's exactly what I said.
right?
You can say how you feel, but you can't say it in a controlling manner.
Y-
But how would you say, babe, you shouldn't be wearing that going out? How do you say it?
For me, as a woman, I look at it, well, if he allows me to basically dress like this, he's basically comfortable in whatever I do. And sometimes girls don't want to do it, but they do it because they feel like their man see other girls that dress that way and they want to do it so that, you know what I mean, to feel accepted and things like that.
See. Oh my God.
And that's exactly what women do. They go online, they know that their boyfriend, fiance, husband likes to see these girls. Like, for instance, Cardi B, like how Cardi B dresses, very nice. But of course, you show, parts and whatever the case may be. And guys go and, wow, I love Cardi B. She's hot, whatever. And then, your girlfriend look at that. She's like, well, I want to dress like Cardi B. And then she go on and dress like Cardi B, right?
I don't want to be with Cardi B or a girl like
No.
Cardi B.
And also,
I'm not with
yeah.
Cardi B because I could get Cardi B if I want to.
Right.
Y'all know that.
And also too, Cardi B is a brand. She's a multi-million-dollar brand.
That's where I
right?
go back
So-
to the average girl is
Yeah.
doing things that they couldn't do before.
Right.
So it's like, it doesn't. I don't know, Uncle Sammy. You've been quiet.
Yeah, I've been listening and taking it all in. I think it's never gonna be a perfect answer because it's depending on how confident the guy is,
Mhm.
how confident the woman is, how insecure either of them are. So it always gonna keep coming back to the
Mhm.
communication between the two people. So that's why I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer because each couple is gonna be different. Like two people who aren't insecure probably never gonna tell each other what not to do, and they're gonna be perfectly fine.
But is it okay?
And then there's two.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, and then there's two people who might be insecure, and that might be you can't do anything. Like you know what I mean? Because it's just the way they both are, right? So it's interesting. Communication is the key. I think what I'm really realizing.
The only
though.
problem I have with that response, Sam, is the insecureness. Like, why is it insecure? So I can't say nothing because I'm secure in my relationship. So my girl can go out there naked skin.
No, I think the communication part is where I think you should be able to say how you feel. However, she should be able to listen to what you're saying and understand that you're not coming from a. If she knows you well enough, she can understand that you're not coming from a controlling perspective.
Yeah.
It's something that you're, it's not that you're insecure either. It's just that that's what the way. Like if I'm a modest person or like a more conservative, I may want someone who's more conservative. It's not that, it's just I prefer to see maybe more, skin is covered up and things like that. And then I may be complete opposite where I don't care, but you should be able to have that communication so that the way you both could agree. So that way it's not looked at. Because if she knows you, she knows you're coming from a place of not of insecurity or, trying to control her.
I agree with Sam, 100%. I agree. If you feel uncomfortable, you say something. You just don't. Oh, whatever, she wears whatever she wants. I'll just let her be because I don't want to come off as insecure. No, because if you never say anything to her, then she wouldn't believe that there's a limit to anything, so she can go any mile with whatever she wears. That's how I look at it. Right.
I feel like you could go on and on with this one.
I have a question though.
Sure.
Let's say the person is just your fiance, and then you guys are married, and then you guys have kids, and now she's a mother. Of course, before she was a mother, she used to dress with her bikini and stuff like that. Do you think, if you have partners, do you think that you would want your partner to dress according to be around your kids, or would you still continue to allow your partner to dress as how she used to dress before having a child, like wearing the bikini, wearing the showing out clothes, whatever the case may be?
Yeah, this is a hot one because I gotta make sure I'm saying this properly. But
blaze them up.
They're in the social media world that we live in, and with there are a lot more younger mothers who are now, still continuing to continue to have their profiles on social media. I think that line of what you did before your child and what you do after your child is now blurred, and it just kind of, there's no boundary anymore because of the fact that who I was before my child and who I am after is still the only thing that changed is my family has grown. That's it. That's how some women look at it, right? So there is no boundary of, hey, I can't, those bikini pics that I used to post on vacation, some women look at it, I can no longer post that out of respect for me being a mother, being a wife, whatever it may be, versus some is like, who I was then, who I am now is still the same, right? So it just all depends on what side of the coin you stand on.
I don't even think a kid changes anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's gonna wear bikini pics after the child. I don't think a kid changes much.
But what if you never told her before, like obviously when she used to wear all this revealing stuff, you never had a problem with it, and then after you guys have a kid, you're like, I think you should wear appropriate things for my son's birthday.
I would definitely say that.
Mm-hmm.
For my son's birthday, or being around my son, especially taking
Stop looking like a hoe.
Like
Stop looking like a hoe. We have a kid.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I think I would be called controlling.
Yep.
Because you met me when I was like this, and now you're telling me not to dress that way.
Yep.
Somewhat. And then as Sam said, if your partner is understanding, they can do some compromising.
Man, I think all men should get somewhere tattooed on them, damned if you do, damned if you don't, because that is the motto of any committed man in a relationship. That is the motto we have to live by. It's whether you stand on side A or side B, you're looked at some other way, right? So yeah, but again, it starts with that conversation, and depending on how that conversation goes, it could lead to something better where you and your partner have that understanding of, look, you're a mom, maybe you should tone it down a bit. It could go that route and they agree and accept and understand, or it could go the route of, you can't tell me shit, right? So it is what it is, man. But like I said, this conversation seems like it could go on and on and on and on, because there's so many different variants of this one particular social media etiquette, but which kind of turned into relationship etiquette. But how about this, Jace? Why don't we take a quick little break and we'll hop back on? Yeah,
sure. Let's go have a drink and we'll hop back on.
Yeah. Stay tuned. I got another relationship type question coming up that I think will spark some pretty interesting debate. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick little break and we'll be coming right back to the Would You Rather pod.
To go shit on them?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, as part of like, yeah, but also too, the women are being paid like a lot of money, and these are like
you get a free trip too, right? You get a free trip. You just take you out to restaurants and all those things, and you just have to do some things for that. But if you're okay with it, like, you know what I mean, they're going there, getting their content, their pictures, their those meals paid for, staying at the fancy like hotels.
Really?
Yeah, this is a huge wave. It was like, when I heard about this first happening was like 2014, 2015. And this is when, like, you know, Dubai was on like it's up and up, where only the rich, the famous is going to Dubai. And yeah, these individuals, I heard some stories of like women being paid like $100,000, being flown out on Emirates, first class, whatever. They go out there, they do whatever, and then they're being pissed and shit on. It's being recorded, and it's almost like a humiliation kind of thing. And these women get paid for it.
And these are like the Dubai royalty? Or just
like non-political individual. I don't know about that, but they're like business owners and...
Well, okay, that's the thing. I think if I became that rich, why the hell do you get so fucked up in the mind? Like, you all of a sudden have these gay parties and stuff like that. Do you want to like sacrifice children and all these kind of... What's up?
I don't know.
When they were like normal, they didn't want to do this shit.
Yeah.
But you know that it's also, they're flying them out not just to piss a shit on them though, but to like to have sex with them and stuff like that too, regularly.
Like that's understandable, right?
Yeah.
But
that's happening.
Why all this nastiness with it?
Some people are weird, but that's also happening where people get flown out to Miami and all those stuff. You see those Instagram baddies, whatever, but you see them in Miami and stuff. They're a lot of the time when they're, you know, and having all those pictures and all those fancy things. Yeah, it don't come for free, but
yeah,
they're probably okay just shit on like half an hour ago.
Yeah, just have to wipe it off.
Okay. Since we're kind of early, I just want to ask off the topic, would you rather, leading to this.
So Jason's going to go to Dubai for free to get shit on?
Would you? Would you? Okay, like let's say you're single. Yeah. Let's put that on the table. Everyone here is single. You haven't met your significant other. You're a single guy.
Okay.
You get a DM from, let's say, a Dubai princess from the royal family. Says, hey, Uncle Sammy, I noticed you. Would you want to come to Dubai, all inclusive, paid, flying first class, Emirates, food? You're going to stay with me in the 7-star hotel, the Burj Al Arab. You guys stay with me for the weekend. But I get to shit and piss on you and do whatever I want with you. But yeah, you get to take pictures. You get to enjoy the experience. You get to drive my my G-Wagon and then go home.
And she's beautiful, right?
And she no, actually no. Because these guys are probably just rich. Most likely they're not the most handsomest guy. Let's just say she's average.
Oh man, I'm ready to sell my soul and go.
You would?
I think I would. Oh no.
You would? You're a single guy, but you're single. What do you have to lose?
Exactly. So that's why I'm going. I'm curious to see what you guys would do.
Because I think Sam's into those things, but nothing's wrong with that.
Oh,
I think
man.
Sam's into the
Yeah.
piss part. I don't know about the shit
Oh,
from your
God.
last
I
week.
said, I, I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I said yes. I said yes a little too fast, I guess.
Light up. Woo, bring the garbage bags.
Oh God.
Lay down the garbage bag.
Oh.
Oh man.
You want me to answer?
That's why I'm looking at you,
Aw,
man.
man. I can't.
He's gonna
No,
do
you
it.
No, I can't.
Whoa.
You're coming home with the 100K.
Mm,
You got the experience. 3 nights, maybe like
yeah.
2 shits and 2 pee. The final night is just like a normal nice outing with a 5-star restaurant, hotel, enjoying all the fun thing, and you can come home.
Nah, man. You know what? To me, I think if you're defecating on someone, that is meant to humiliate
You with
them.
the
It's a humiliation thing, I think. Right? I think it's like, okay, it's like let's think back in the olden days, right? If somebody committed a crime and you wanted to humiliate them, you put them in the center of the village, everybody comes out and everybody starts
throw
stoning
stones,
them.
yeah.
It's a humiliation thing. I think if you are taking a shit on someone,
To you, it's humiliating.
to me it's humiliating.
Okay,
But to that individual that's doing it, it's like
it's pleasure.
that's pleasurable.
Yeah.
But it's at the expense of me feeling humiliated, whether it's recorded or not. Right?
Okay, let's say it's not recorded.
Right. Still the same.
So
thing.
nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like Sam would have went to Dubai, had a great
Yeah.
trip, post some great stuff. Like you
wouldn't know any different.
you wouldn't know anything.
Yeah, you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I can't.
It's in his DMs.
Yeah, I can't, man. No, to me, I look at it as, sure, I get the money, I get the not that experience, but I get the experience of Dubai
Yeah.
and stuff. But I'll always have to think back, knowing like I literally had somebody shit on me for me to get. You know what I mean?
But you're in your Ferrari as the tears go like this. You're
Yeah.
driving.
Cool. That's amazing. But then to think,
First class.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're driving down the
Flying
country
home.
roads,
7-star.
cool, and then you pull up to that red light, and you actually have a moment to think,
Uh-huh.
and it seems like that's the longest red light. I'm thinking to myself, all of this is because I allowed someone to shit on me.
But once I do find that, I'll log into my bank account and go like, you know what? I feel
those
good
zeros
again.
represent every drop of poo that landed on me, which I'm not going to be okay with.
So,
Um,
Jace, what's your answer?
Yeah, what's your answer?
Do you want to touch on it? I know you were hot jumping in.
No. I've heard women that say that they like when guys pee and poop on them during sexual intercourse. And so that's what I'm saying. Like when JR said no, I know for some people it's like pleasurable, right? So they won't mind getting pooped and pissed on because of course they like it and they won't mind.
So
it.
obviously he doesn't like it.
He doesn't like
Sam
it.
likes it.
I don't like it. But for the money,
For the
I'm gonna
purpose of
accept
gaining
it.
monetary funds, not just for like a free for all.
I don't know. I think I would accept the pee.
Mm.
I wouldn't. The shit for me is like the poop is tough
Yeah.
for me to accept.
The pee's easy, I feel. I don't know why.
I know. Sam, we get it,
the
man. We
poo
get it.
is the poo is like a little. Makes you think, but I'm like, man, what am I gonna
But
stay
you
at a
didn't
7-star
answer.
hotel?
Since you joined the
I said yes.
conversation, you don't have to answer. Would you accept some offer like that from a Dubai prince? You're single, you get 100K, but they want to do that to you. Whatever.
And you get the whole experience. They take you out to all the fancy things.
Yeah.
How many times are they allowed to poop on me?
You don't know. You don't know. It's like, let's say it's for the weekend.
Hmm.
So maximum would be
I'd
like
rather it
3.
be a week.
Sam would be there. You don't want pee on me again?
Oh my god.
Go home, Sam. For me, the poop is too much. I wouldn't do the
Yeah.
poop.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Both piss and shit is waste. But when we're talking about shit that stinks. Oh, and then what if who you're with purposely is eating food that you know is gonna walk
It's
their
Dubai
belly?
food, right?
So you know it's gonna
Sure,
run.
yeah.
You know it's gonna be explosive.
Oh,
But at that point, shit is
Yeah.
shit. Like,
True.
if it's runny, it's better, probably.
I mean, if it's
right?
hard,
Because
runny,
if it's pacey, like, you gotta look at that and things stuck there, and you gotta go washroom, and clean it and dig it
Oh
off.
my god.
It's probably better if it's
I
runny.
think it's easy to say yes in the moment when you hear like all the great things you can get, but then once it comes down to it, I don't think
Oh yeah, the
I would
moment's
be
hard.
able
That's
to do
that's
it.
the would
like,
you rather,
know.
man. You gotta
Yeah.
pick one. You gotta pick
No,
one.
I'm picking yes. I just don't know if I'd actually really do it in the moment.
No.
All right. You had a topic
All right.
you wanted to. Do we gotta put back that camera?
Well, but did Jace answer that? Did he say yes or no?
I can't do this shit. I can't do the poop. So
Okay.
if it had to include the poop, I would say no. But I would take the pee if I can get a discount.
You say you take 50K instead of
I would take
100%.
50K for
That's
thinking about it.
hilarious.
Last week you said you wouldn't drink pee. You know they advise you to drink your pee if you're dehydrated. That is actually
Yeah.
a true
heard of
thing.
that. And I heard of like or also if pee was like your last resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, and he drank it, right? Okay.
Yeah, no, I heard of that. Yeah.
You know he tried it probably.
See, it's waste. Urine is waste. That's what your body no longer needs. Still.
What do you think water is? We all doo-doo and goes down to the sewer and we filter it and bring it back to us.
But that's okay. If you drink your own waste, you're gonna
Filter the
you're gonna
urine so it
urinate it
doesn't-
back out.
Huh? What was that, Sam?
I said if you drink your own waste, you're gonna urinate it back out anyway. So it's
Yeah.
just this constant cycle. You drink it, you pee it back out. You drink it, you pee it back out.
There you go.
I guess. I don't know. God.
All right.
We talk about pee and shit the most from every.
Yeah, our pod, my beer shit.
Holy.
The pee or shit pod.
I got a joke for you.
All right. What you got? What you got?
How do you surprise that blind guy?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You leave the plunger in the toilet.
Oh, God. For a surprise then.
I got another weird one.
Okay.
Okay. What did the cannibal do after he dumped his girl?
I don't know. What do you do?
He wiped his ass.
Oh my God.
All right. I want to take a break and set up the camera with that. You come to your topic.
All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick little break. We got another topic lined up there. Stay tuned, and don't forget, this episode is sponsored by unofficially Crown Royal Vanilla.
Oh, big up Mr. R Dog out there in the Bay. Give you a shout out. You shouldn't be watching this right now, but glad you're a fan. Thank you.
We got the PC's versions coming out very soon. Stay tuned. R Dog, what up? What up? What up? Alrighty. All right, we are back and we are rolling. So with that being said, I do have a second kind of relationship
Damn, you're
style
on fire.
question.
You're on fire today.
I do got a relationship style question just to kind of see what the room feels on this. So, with that being said, we all like to go on trips. We all like to go on guys or girls trips.
Oh crap! All
So,
right.
I think you guys know where I'm going with this. What are the do's and don'ts when you're on a guys or girls trip? What are you allowed to sightsee, and what are you not allowed to sightsee?
What are you talking about sightseeing? God. Do's and don'ts.
Sightsee could be anything from. It could be anything. So, what are y'all thoughts on what are the do's and don'ts of
Obviously,
being on a trip?
you're in a relationship, right?
Okay.
Obviously, you. Oh God, we're starting there. Okay, so obviously the do nots is no sex. Obviously,
Especially if it's a guy's trip.
yeah. How about pee and shit on someone?
That's not cheating.
That's not cheating, right?
So you guys are okay with that? Oh man! Oh boy.
No, we're just messing around.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so
But it goes back to the communication thing because it depends on who your partner is. Because some partner might not want them to go to Hooters, but
right. Do you know anyone like that?
somebody else might be okay with that, right? So it really depends.
also too, let's be honest. Hooters is like at the bottom of the list of all the possible worst places you could go.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, that is like at the bottom of the list versus things that I don't even want to mention are
Right.
way above. But no, as you mentioned, Sam, yeah, it starts with obviously communication, with establishing what you can or cannot do, but at what point do you put the trust in your partner and say, look, I'm not going to tell you what you can or cannot do. I'm going to allow you
To have fun.
to figure that out and have fun, but also know where your boundaries lie. Because it does take a level of trust to say, I put it in your hands. You can figure it out.
All right. It looks like Cash Money is getting involved in this one.
Oh,
so
boy. Let me just put my boxing gloves
Cash?
on. Let's go.
What do you got?
Definitely when you're going on a trip and if you're in a relationship with someone, there's definitely some compromising in the sense of knowing your surroundings and the things that you will do to affect your partner specifically. But if you're going to blame it on people saying I was drunk and somebody just pushed a girl into me and she started whining up on me, and then you're blaming your friends about it, then I don't feel sorry for you because first of all, I don't care who pushed who into who. All I know is that you were involved in it and you didn't stop it. So there is definitely limits to when you're on vacation and what you do. But I also think that some people like to play dumb in a sense of thinking or saying that they didn't do this because this person wanted them to do this. And then you're supposed to be, okay with it and play with it kind of thing.
So you said wine. So wine is in the don't column, regardless if you were innocent, regardless if you were pressured into it, regardless if you bumped into it. A wine is no.
No.
Okay. We just want to put the boundaries.
Yeah.
I think, on both sides you can establish whether you're receiving it or whether your partner is giving it to someone else. I think, that's on the don't side.
So you don't give a wine and you don't receive a wine.
Correct. I think that's on the don't.
Well, let's say if you don't just, you didn't go and show up, like you didn't just push yourself to the person, let's say, and you and your boys are out at a club and one of your boys push a female to you and ask her to dance on you. And you didn't want to embarrass your friends, so you definitely start playing along, whining, and having the girl grind on you, even though you have your partner. What do you think about that?
I don't know, Sammy. What do you think? First off, let me ask this: Is a wine on your don't or do list? Is it okay, you think?
It's a don't.
Okay.
But for
Okay.
me, I think you kind of have to, if you feel that you have to question it in your mind, then it's probably, you should stop and don't do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you're thinking, oh, your partner may not like that, then you probably shouldn't do that, because the stuff on the do list would be things that you don't have to second guess on. But the stuff, because you know your partner well enough to know if they're going to feel a type of way or uncomfortable, then just put that on the don't list just to be safe.
But you also know,
if you care about the relationship, of course,
True.
at that point.
you also know too, there's, because it's a guy's trip, there's liquor involved. So sometimes you're not thinking
Yikes.
that clearly. You know, you're
Yeah.
loose with
Well,
No,
your
but sometimes
your guys,
some
your
guys know
boys should
what-
also be able to help you out too. So like if I know that Jace is a little drunk and he's doing something that's probably going to get him into trouble, I think JR and myself would be like, hey, let's stop, let's go back. You know what I mean? To get out of that situation, so you're not putting yourself in that spot. So
Okay.
hopefully your guy friends are kind of looking out for you as well.
But what if?
Alright.
But
I know
what
you
if
guys
you're-
would look out for me. I
Oh, of
feel
course.
like, so you got to surround yourself with the right people, I guess.
That's true. Yeah.
So
And-
Sam, what if your friends are hyping you up, saying "Go for it, go for it, go for it," like
That's
telling
the
you
wrong
like
people.
whine with this, like let this girl whine on you just for and you're like, yes, I got to do this, even though I have a partner, I have to do this to make my friends feel like, yeah, I'm the real OG and I'm gonna do this.
That's probably the wrong friends, because that means they don't like your girl, or they or they just want you to get into some stuff. So I don't know, but
But what if
I
the
think
person
you-
said, okay, if I push off this girl, then I didn't want to look like I'm a gay because I'm not into women. I don't want to look like I'm not into women. So I'm
You're
going
from
to
the game.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
play I'm gonna play along with it and let this girl whine on me so that people don't think that I'm gay.
I think you got to be secure in your own,
That's
in your own
stupid, right?
sexuality. That it
is
doesn't make you look gay if you're just respecting your girlfriend. You know what I mean? So I think
If I thought,
it's probably maturity, right? Like someone who's
Yeah.
mature at that point wouldn't look at it that way. But if you're immature, you're like, oh, I have to do it to prove yourself. Someone who's proven themselves to the, like in their mind, they're not wondering what everybody else is saying.
all right. I got a tough question though. So let's say this. We know, Uncle Sam, you're single. Let's say
Yes.
I'm in a position, or let's say Jordan is in a position. We're both in relationships. There's an opportunity to play wingman for Sam, right? So
Yes.
I want to. Sam says he likes this girl down there. He needs some help to sort of initiate or whatever. So
Yeah.
Jordan or I, we have to go and help him. Let's say the girl's with her other girls, and
Okay.
we have to distract the other girls. Let's say we have to actually pull them away and dance with them so Sam can go over and talk to the girl he likes. Do you think in that situation, is it a do or do not?
It
I say
depends
do.
on what type of distraction.
So, like I said, they're at the bar.
Are you talking about you're dancing with a girl as in allowing her to like grind on you kind of thing?
No. So let's say it's a country music song, right?
Okay.
Maybe I have to like hold her and do like a slow dance. Let's just say a slow dance. Let's just
Okay.
use that as the first
Yeah.
example.
Okay.
You have to do a slow dance with the girl. But you're not like obviously like this. You're just like, you know how you would slow dance with your parents or whatever, and you have to kind of talk to them. It's like, hi, what's your name? Blah, blah, I'm here from
Gotcha.
whatever. So Sam can go over and talk to that other girl. So you kind of have to be with that girl for a little bit of time till Sam establishes himself with the other girl. At least he gets the phone number. And then you can like, okay, whatever.
Okay.
Is it okay for his friends or the guys who are in relationships to sort of take one for the team so Sam can have his opportunity with someone he likes? Knowing that that's not going to go anywhere. We're just playing the wingman.
For like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever
10
the
minutes,
case
20
is.
minutes, right? like
Yeah.
how long it takes.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess it's fine, especially if you're like a boyfriend. But if it's gonna be a husband, I don't expect that from my husband.
Yeah. Okay.
To have kids specifically too as well. I won't expect that from my husband to go get himself into those things at that age, and your priorities should be different. That's just how I'm thinking. But if we're just boyfriend and girlfriend, sure, you can go ahead and do whatever.
Okay. So you have boyfriend, girlfriend. You establish a line. Married. How about you're engaged now?
No,
Oh, okay.
But okay.
I don't agree with that.
It should be the same situation, I think.
No, I don't
Because
agree
if you
with that.
trust them, like if you trust the person, then it doesn't change with the title. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're just helping. I'm looking at it, but from a guy's perspective. So maybe my I'm blurred with how I'm seeing it. But I'm looking at my friends are just helping me out,
Yeah.
and they're not serious about the girl, and it's
Exactly.
not going to go anywhere.
It's a
So
distraction.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a distraction. So me, I think it's fine, but it comes down to how comfortable the partner is, because she may look at it as cheating.
But let me
You know what I
let me
mean?
turn on it. It's obviously not cheating, right?
No,
It's
not for
obviously not
us,
cheating.
for sure.
So let me turn it on the other way. You're going on a girls trip.
Mm-hmm.
You're with your two best friends. There's a guy. You're single. So let's say you're not the single one. You're the one in the relationship. You're trying to help your girl. There's a guy that's coming over. A group of guys that came over to buy you guys a drink, right? But you obviously know they're trying to talk to your friend who's single. You're in a relationship. Do you play along with that? So at least that person gets to talk to your girlfriend. Do you play along with it? Do you take the drink? Do you sit down with the other guys just so that your girl can talk to that other guy that's interested in her?
Am I married?
Yeah, sure. You're married.
I don't know.
How is it you don't know now?
I don't know.
How is it that you don't know now? When it was the guy, it was totally wrong.
I guess it depends. It depends. I feel like let's say even if it wasn't a girls' trip and my partner was there, maybe yes, because in that way he's there, he's able to see.
But he's not there. It's the girls' trip.
I don't know.
A guy's not going to come over when he sees the other guys around. So it's the same situation. That's why I'm trying to put you in the situation of you trying to help your girl, us trying to help our boy.
Let me flip it now. Would you allow your partner to do that if you found out your partner's doing that for her friend? Would you?
It's fine because I know nothing will happen. I know it's an innocent kind of thing where you're just trying to support your girl.
Right.
My girl is not going to go and wind up on this guy or do whatever. It's
Okay.
literally a temporary thing to help her friend out.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Basically.
Like you're trying to be a good friend at that moment. How would you feel if that you're all of a sudden telling the girl, I can't do this. I can't do this. You're like the drag of the group.
No.
I can't do this because I'm married.
No, it's true.
So what? Turn it back now to the guy's perspective. Why is it bad for us? Because you said it was. If the guy's married or engaged.
It's kind of tough.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
It's kind of tough, to be honest, because I don't know, because you could
You
say
drink
like,
this.
yeah, it's not heading anywhere, but we don't really know where it's heading.
No, it's not. Okay, look. A lot of times, if you're in that wingman or wingwoman position, the individual who you end up talking with, most of the time they kind of know the assignment. You're here to talk to me, to buy some time for your friend to talk to my, you know what I mean, her friend. Most people know that. It's like, look, I'm just here to talk to you for 10, 15 minutes while my buddy gets to know your girlfriend kind of thing. Most people know that in that instance, right? You know the assignment. You know, I'm just here just to buy some time. That's it, right? Now, you do get those instances where maybe that individual you are talking to doesn't necessarily know that. Right. But at the end of the day,
you're going to cut it off.
You're
right?
not doing anything to get anything out of it other than helping your friend out.
Yeah.
That's it. So I don't see what the issue is, right? I look at it more of it's a I don't know, put a positive spin on it. Look at it as like some sort of networking opportunity or something. I don't know. It's like when you're in, I don't know, you're in the line of the grocery store and you're waiting for the next cashier to cash out people, and you just spark up conversation with someone behind you. There's nothing with that other than we are in the same place waiting for the same cashier. That's it. We are in the same establishment, and my friend and your friend are talking. So let's just spark up conversation to.
But you're
time.
married. You can't talk if it's a girl.
Well, yeah, but I'm perfectly fine to go talk to the wall though. I could go outside and talk and look like a madman. Oh shoot! I could look like I'm going through things and talk like there's no tomorrow, but I can't talk to another human being.
I kind of find that funny. When I'm in those situations, I make up stuff all the time. Sam knows me. I'm from Atlanta. I'm pansexual.
Oh God!
It's fun for me, actually.
It gives him opportunity to be somebody else.
Oh my God! But no, honestly, moral of the story.
I enjoy that stuff.
Most individuals in that situation know the assignment.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it.
So the do's and don'ts, it sounds like, okay, so you can be a wingman on a trip, on a guy's trip. So it involved dancing. It just can't involve, obviously.
See, that's an extreme that you took it to, the dancing part. I thought you were going to go the route of just standing by the bar, just talking. That's it. You know?
The only reason I'm saying dancing is because in an opportunity to be a wingman, you have to distance the girl further and make her distracted.
True.
In my mind, it's like by the bar, she'll still be looking over there.
True. Talking
can sometimes you have gaps where you don't know what to say. But other dancing and stuff kind of gets you occupied and things like that. Anyways, everyone's a bit different.
I don't know. I look at the dancing aspect as a little bit... that's a step too far, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because now there's physical contact, right? That's a little verbal, perfectly fine, right? But now we're talking physical, where, yes, I'm not like caressing you, but I'm still I'm physically connected to you in a sense where I'm kind of holding you while dancing. So this
is where it's sometimes a situation where the girl you're trying to distract doesn't know, like you have to play it off that you're not single. Like you're single, sorry. You're single. So you're occupying them and kind of giving them a false hope, and you're playing a role just for your guy to get in with the other girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But see, now that's tough because now it's like I'm having to blur some lines and kind of...
You still don't think it's okay, though? You're playing a fake role for like 10 minutes.
I think you could play a fake role anywhere else other than kind of making it seem like you're single.
Okay.
Because now, okay, here's another thing. What if now that girl that you're trying to just distract is now into you? That's now a whole different conversation.
But you got to be creative enough to get out of it.
And she will be creative enough to follow you around. And you know when the girlfriend comes back and they start talking, it's like, oh, we're both into the friends, and now it's like they're both. You know, it's like
just say some shit that'll get her offended. Like, stop following me, woman.
But
maybe they like that. Sam, what do you think? Is it going across the line where you're trying to play, the wingman's trying to play single as well, just to help out in the situation? Because maybe that's what's needed. The other ones are single, and the only way to get them distracted is to play that part of single as well.
I think it could be okay, but it just depends on. The wingman would know their partner. So if they feel uncomfortable, that means they probably feel like they would get into an issue with their partner. So I wouldn't want to put my friend in that position because that would suck. So it would depend on what my friend's like comfort level is, like how far he's willing to go. obviously not like take the girl and be with the girl, but
Yeah,
like
obviously.
to distract, just to distract, right? But like their comfort level, if they don't want to touch her, they don't want to. I I would be good with whatever. Obviously, I think like if it's just talking, I think they're still trying to look out for you. It's just that they're not comfortable to go any further
Yeah.
than that. And then there's gonna
That's
be
fair.
like other people's girlfriends that might be okay with like, oh, they just dance. Like that's not a big deal to them. You know what I mean? So it's comfort level, I guess.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Cash. Remember there was a TikTok of this girl who was, I guess, on her bachelorette party, or she was doing whatever in Vegas, and she basically put out a video basically saying, "Oh, if your fiance who you're for your fiance who you're about to get married to, who was at this hotel at this time and date in Vegas by the pool wearing this shirt," basically describing who the soon to be husband would be. He was like, yeah, he was so hitting on me and stuff. And it's like, people can perceive what your intentions, which could be completely harmless. They could perceive it as, oh, that guy was trying to hit on me, even though you were just trying to play the role of a wingman, right? You know, so I think my stance on it is just, I'm gonna just stay in the background. I'm not really taking part of that because I don't want someone to perceive me just sparking up conversation as, oh, you know those group of guys? Yeah, well, while you're off with him, he was so hitting on me, and it's like, no, I was literally just trying to help my boy out. You know what I mean? And now, like, yeah, I don't want no smoke, no nothing.
But the thing is, there has to be some kind of purpose or special thing with the guy's trip. That's what I think. Like, not everything has to be known. Not that you would cross the line,
right?
But like, there's a little bit of a blurred line there where you're trying to help your friend out. I think you can go and talk and pretend to be single, but obviously don't go to the extreme of touching the girl or grinding on the girl. But like, you can play a role for 10 minutes and get out of it.
That's true. Yeah,
I think there's some purpose to having a guy trip, and I think sometimes you can do, like, you can go and spend the money and do all this stuff and like have dinner, sure, maybe, but I'm not saying that's my situation. I think there's some purpose to having a guy's trip and knowing that you're with your boy and you're not going to cross the line, but like, if he goes a little bit above the line, you're going to bring it back immediately. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, I understand.
I agree with you, Jay. But I'm also thinking now, let's say I'm in a relationship now and she's not as comfortable with the way like right now I'm on the same page as you, but let's say she's not as comfortable with that. Now I'm thinking to myself, am I going to change the way I do it? So maybe I'm still comfortable to go have a lot of fun, but like maybe I get to the point where JR is because I don't want to disrespect her. So it's kind of hard to answer, but as of now, the way I guess the way you guys know me, and I'm kind of like free spirit, like I think it's fine, but it just depends on my partner.
Yeah,
I think it still comes down to that. Yeah.
But do you find that if it depends on the partner, meaning you're taming yourself, do you kind of lose a bit of yourself there? Like, are you being true to yourself? Like, you're that guy, you have that charisma. Use it to your advantage to help your boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charisma has a lot to do with it.
But I also know.
True.
You also know how I am. I can't be that guy when I'm in a relationship either. You know what I mean? So I have to be.
But you could help your guy. You could help your boy to turn on that switch a little bit.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind it, but again, it would come down to me knowing. Luckily, I'm single, so for me, I'm willing to, like, I could do whatever. But if I'm in a relationship, there probably is a line. Now, what that line would be depends on her.
Yeah. Well, I'm excuse me, I'm understanding your stance on it, Sammy, but my stance on it is, now what if you open up those can of worms where now that individual who you're just distracting is now, she's feeling you, she's basically thinks that you're trying to get, you're trying to flirt with her, whatever the case may be. So now you're put in a position where you got to play defensive, but at the same time you don't want to upset that girl, because now she could go grab her friend and say, oh, this guy blah 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 blah, let's go, and leave, and now everything's screwed up. So do you continue to just play along and say, I'm doing it for my man, I'm doing it, or do you take that stance of, look, back up, I'm just here to play a role, that's it. If you know what I mean, if you want to talk, if not, and you're interested further, I'm sorry, I can't proceed, right? So again, we got to get this tattooed on a shirt. Merch coming soon. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? That's what it literally comes down to at the end of the day. But
well, I agree with you actually, JR, because what you're saying, if the roles were reversed as well, so let's say it was the female, like let's say your girlfriend was doing that for her friend, the guy may think that he's into her and may be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
You would feel a type of way. You know what I mean? Finding out that she was playing a role and that led him on.
But don't you feel you would trust your girl to cut it off properly?
But maybe she can't get out of the situation, depending on, some people are a lot, different than
pushy.
So, they could be very pushy.
Yeah,
they could be like,
guys are different.
So that's interesting to flip it. So I kind of get what JR's saying, because now you're looking at it from the other perspective too. If you lead, and we always think, okay, if we lead the girl on, she's just going to be upset. But some guys, when they're led on, they just think that like they should be able to get the girl, like they take it a whole different avenue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's tough, but I think for me, I still want to stick to my guns and say, for that moment in time, I'm gonna do what's possible to help my guy out. I'm not gonna cross any lines, but I may do a little bit more just to help him out. I'm not gonna cross the line though.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But I also do think that you need that level of just understanding of being able to sense and understand when there's
Bands make good dance.
Oh god. Oh shit. Cash.
Big up Twins Peak.
Telling you, if Twin there Peaks. Is some sort of I think we need, like I said, is a lot of,
maybe we could get a sponsorship with them too.
Hey, it's like being a bench player, being a role player, right? The sixth man. You're coming off of the bench.
You gotta fit in where it's needed.
Now you could be like Lou Williams, where your role. He's been sixth man of the year, or you play that role of I'm not going to be a starter. I'm going to be coming off the bench to help out my team when needed. You
need scoring,
right? So I'm going to help out my man if needed,
right?
But at the same time,
sometimes you just need defense.
True, but I mean,
you got to fit the role. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to go in there and just score, man. I don't mean it that way though.
Everyone's probably taking that wrong.
Yeah, what if you score and it's like
I know myself and the friends I hang out with. No, I won't cross that line. But I'm saying there's opportunity if you have to do something a little extra. I think you can. It's a guy's trip.
So with that said, when is our next guy's trip? Just kidding.
Oh, we're gonna be potting live somewhere in the fall. Keep a watch out for that. Somewhere where it's hot and nice.
We're taking the road. Okay, so I think we established first part. So we established the wingman one, which is prevalent in today's society, and I mean, being a wingman or wingwoman, that's been like something from the beginning of time almost. So, all right, cool.
And just one more comment on the wingman thing. I think it's more important to have your group of friends and play that role now and have a wingman or a wing girl, because of social media and dating is literally a swipe left or swipe right.
True.
There has to be a way to engage and talk to someone and make that connection in a personal manner rather than always on a swipe left, swipe right kind of thing.
No,
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. And that's perfect. And also too, even just kind of piggybacking off of that is, like, we live in the world where, okay, let's say we're all sitting at a table, whatnot, or we're at the bar, whatever, and okay, Sammy goes there and whatever, talking to someone. What do we all do? We just pull out our phone and just kind of distract ourselves until that individual comes back. But it's like, what about just sparking that conversation with whoever that individual is with, right? And just natural, authentic. Oh, where are you from? Oh, we come from here. We're here for this long, this reason, blah blah blah, and
that's it.
No harm to it.
Do you want to come over later? You know what I mean? Things like
that. Disclaimer, when I said no harm to it, I did not refer to that. What I'm referring to is just a simple, hello, madam, how are you? Fine. Yourself.
I'm going to go head out right now, and I'll see you guys later.
That is a whole different conversation, but no, like, honestly, there's, let's take it back to the days when we didn't have phones, where you actually have to talk to someone face to face, and so okay, so cool. We established the wingman, wingwoman aspect. How about establishments where you are allowed and not allowed to go? Like, okay, let's say you go out to
Red Lobster. Is that a yes or no?
Oh, that's
in my book, that's fine.
That's fine. And good. I'm taking all the biscuits to go home.
There you go.
And more. Good. So okay, cool. Red Lobster. So I think that would be like the bottom. Like,
let's raise it up a little.
That's a given.
Right,
that's a given. Hooters.
I think that's okay.
It's a yes.
I think that's a yes too. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, that's like on the same level as Hooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How about a club? Like actual club.
Club?
Yeah.
It's hard for me because I'm not even into clubs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not. I think we're past the club stage. I think all of us are, but so I don't know.
Try to put me in a situation where we need to go to a club.
Okay. Somebody's. I don't want to give anybody's age away, but let's say someone's 40th birthday bash.
Okay. Then if it's someone's 40th bash,
like you're going there for a reason, not like I don't know what we're gonna do. Yeah. So, there's an actual reason. So
on a guy's trip, going to a club. Yeah, I would go there, sit down, have a couple drinks, and talk to you guys.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, even there will probably be nice women there as well. It's a club.
Yeah.
How about you, Cash? What do you think? So we establish Red Lobster is okay, right, for a guy's trip. Yeah. Is it okay? Why isn't it okay? I'm kidding. Because they're retired women there. Okay. God.
Oh, I can't wait to climb the pole and I say what type of people are at certain places. You'll be surprised. But anyways, okay. So Red Lobster, good. Hooters, yes, no. Cash. No. Yes, no.
Okay.
How about a club? Okay. What was the place? Give me a random club. Mangoes. Yeah, there you go.
Big up Mangoes. Huh? The purpose of Mangoes is kind of to have singles there, in a sense. Or wannabe singles.
And it's for a friend's birthday. Like a 40th birthday bash. Okay. And so perfect. And they have booth, they have the bottle service.
VIP.
Yeah. So it's actual like
the girls are bringing the bottles as how they bring them. Okay.
All right. Shall we go higher?
Let's go higher.
Strip club. No for me.
You think it's okay? You're joking. Okay, so it's not okay. Strip club. Okay.
Yeah, it's a no for me. I don't.
Same here.
Yeah, like I don't see it.
I think it's a no too.
To me, I think strip clubs are disgusting. That's me personally.
Yeah, me too.
I guess this is the wrong people to ask. Maybe we should get someone on here who actually like goes to strip clubs.
True.
And like who enjoys
Yeah,
it.
because we won't go to strip clubs. We don't even want to go to a regular club. So
Yeah.
like our group here is not gonna really.
Yeah.
I think it's nasty. I don't want to sit on any of that furniture.
Yeah. Oh, actually, kind of missed out on one. But how about it won't be as high as a strip club, but somewhere in the middle. How about like a house party?
Oh.
So,
Hmm.
you know.
No?
Whoa, that was fast. So, okay, let's paint the picture. So let's say Sammy, you got a friend of a friend who's having a house party, and you invite us to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cash, what are you thinking? Yes, no? We don't know. All we know is we got invited, and we know Sammy's gonna be there.
Yeah.
I don't trust that. I don't like that answer. I don't like it. What do you think, Jace?
House party?
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Like if
Yeah.
Sam's friend, it's different between us amongst friends because we kind of know the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta be on the mic. No one's gonna hear you.
Sound like a real Potter there.
Yeah.
Depends on your friends. If you have friends that
Okay, so
Don't
you know
care
the
about-
group.
Mhm.
yeah,
Sam's friends.
Sam friends. I don't
We're
really
going to
know
Sam's friend's house
but
party.
yeah, I'm guessing Sam's brother and stuff will be there. It's fine.
Sam's brother's gonna
But here's the thing though. You don't need to know everybody at the house party. All you need to know is who invited us. That's it. Right? That's what I think personally. Like I don't need a
I
whole
agree with
guest
you.
list and go through one by one. Like I think it's like it's not like this is some random
Sam may not even know who's there. It's just a
Right.
friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Just say come over.
Yeah, it could
There's
go.
alcohol.
Yeah, it could go.
You have to trust your partner, right? Because if you trust that, let's say, Jace is not gonna do anything, it doesn't. Who's there is irrelevant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he knows how to behave himself. He knows what's right, what's wrong. He knows where the boundaries are. So it is, to me, a house party's fine. It's because you trust the person that you're with, that they
Yeah.
know the lines. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. How do you guys see it?
I agree with that. The only thing I would say is, would you require your guy to call you if he was in that situation? He went to a house party. We don't really know who's there. Sam says a friend of a friend.
I would prefer him to call me. Yes.
Okay.
The reason why is because we don't know, as you said, who's gonna be there. Just to
Okay.
say that he's there, he's safe, he's with good people.
Okay.
True. Okay.
Would he have to do a video call?
No, not necessarily, but I'd like to know when you're coming home,
Okay.
things like that.
You want to know when he's coming home on a guy's trip?
I thought you said it's a house
I have a
party.
question.
Yeah, but
for-
it's a guy's trip though.
It's
I have
a
a
guy's
question
trip at a
for
house party.
Linda as well.
Yeah. So go ahead,
Yeah.
Sam.
I would like to know when you're going back to the hotel.
Okay.
What time?
Okay.
Go ahead, Uncle Sammy.
Does the friend does the friend matter? So if it was like, let's use us as an example. So let's say Sam's friend is the one who is invited to the house party, and you know Sam, or Jace's friend is invited, and you know Jace. Does the way you look at the friend impact if you trust your partner to go to the, maybe Sammy's a little wild and Jace is a little bit more, mellow. Does that play a factor in you determining if you want him to go to that party?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Well, also too, like I feel like house party sounds like so like when you're in your 20s. So let's just say like not that it'll change anything, but like just like a get together kind of thing, right? Like a birthday bash with someone's
What
house.
if it's an intimate guest party?
Oh. Intimate in the sense
Just
of
the word.
Because the word intimate. You go there. There's a couch. There's Sammy's friend and 2 other girls smoking
I
weed.
think.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
Alcohol on the table. Come over, man. Have a drink. And I swear. Some nice R&B music playing in the background.
Oh God. Yeah, that's.
I don't know if I'd like that situation.
Nah.
Okay, what if Sammy wants to stay there, but you want to leave?
Hmm.
Mm.
That's tough.
Because it's different, right? Sammy is a single guy. You're in a relationship. So do you once again play the wingman and just stay there because you're trying to support your friend? Or you feel too uncomfortable, so you want to leave?
I think this is where you kind of play your cards well in the sense of your different personalities. So you can have that personality of, being, talking amongst everyone, blah, blah, blah. Or you could just, at that point, you want to leave, but Sam wants to stay. All right, I'm just going to be that introvert in the corner.
I would leave. I would say, Sam, you okay to getting an Uber later? Because I'll leave.
Okay. I thought there was no other option.
No, you can leave. That's
okay.
You can leave, but I'm just saying, would you? Because you just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Like,
no, at that point, I would leave.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, that food earlier, my stomach hurts, or my head hurts. No, I'm joking. I'll be straight up and be like, yeah, I'm just kind of gonna leave, but let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
But yeah, I think at that point.
How about you, Sam? On the flip side, let's say we're going to. Jordan said there's my boy from high school, whatever. He has a party. You want to come over? We go over. It's an intimate party.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I would definitely be able to leave. Like, especially now with like Uber and stuff like that, it's so much easier to like get rides and stuff like that. So I would definitely leave.
Okay.
As long as if you're not feeling comfortable, I think anybody should leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Yeah, that's good. All right, so we established.
So pretty much you can't go to a strip club.
Basically,
sounds like.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you can do. Everything else, pretty much.
Yeah. And again, if that's not your interest, like amongst us, that won't even be like a conversation of, do you even want to go there? Like, it's not our interest.
Okay.
Right. So.
Yeah, it's not even a thought, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So.
Is it ever okay? Okay, so let's say Sammy's getting married, right?
I knew this was coming up. I knew you were going down this.
Sammy's getting married. We're on a guy's trip.
Okay.
Just before he gets married. Is it okay? And I want Cash Money to chime in here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay for us to arrange a stripper to come over and wind up on Sammy a little bit, play a little music, dash some money, and that's it?
Okay. So it's not a club. It's someone coming to
our hotel
Airbnb
room or our Airbnb or whatever. We are all of a sudden, hey Sam, can you get the door?
Yeah,
I think that's our food.
Yeah, I think
Do you think it's okay?
No, I wouldn't take part in that planning.
No? Okay.
No. And reason being is, yes, I understand your bachelor or bachelorette party.
Okay, let's say I did the planning. You have no clue about it then. What would you do?
I mean, I kind of have no other option at that point other than just to be where we are, right?
Run away.
Run away. Like, I'm calling my mom. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I.
Okay, if I did that, would you even? You're uncomfortable. Would you even tell your partner that happened?
Yeah, I would tell my partner.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta start putting the disclaimers out there and say it wasn't me. I have receipts. I didn't contact this.
But no one will ever find out.
No
one will ever find out.
Perfect. Okay, perfect that you're on this. Now, would you guys look at me different if I went and squealed to my partner and say, look, they had a stripper?
Yes.
Okay.
How about you,
okay.
Sam?
Yeah, I would look at you differently.
You ain't coming on the next
Because-
guy trip.
And that's probably the first thing that I was thinking you guys would think of is.
Pod would be done.
But now the thing is, it's like. But I guess
But
from my
at the
point
same
of view,
time,
yeah.
if you like had a conversation with us and be like, hey, is it all right if I tell this, because I don't want it to come back, and like, you explain it to us that way and we're aware of it,
Yeah.
it might be different than if you were to kind of just go and tell. You know what I mean?
So let's do this.
For me, it would be different.
Yeah. So exactly. What if I just said, yo, I did this. I already arranged it, but I'm telling you ahead of time, like a day before. So I actually arranged for a stripper to come over. Okay. To just come over and do a quick dance, and they'll leave after that. But just to make Sam kind of like cool.
Okay.
I enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
You know, since this is last like day or whatever.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Okay, and I will be like, sorry, can you just repeat that again while I record this? No, I think at that point, like, yeah, that conversation, if you give me that opportunity and have that conversation with me, like, I'll appreciate that, because number one, I don't want to be caught by surprise, and number two, I think I'm also able to then figure out and say, okay, this has been arranged for the purpose of Sammy's bachelor party, and this is not for, some like a free for all for all the guys, right? So, and
it's not a free for all. It's literally for Sam to sit down on a chair, and they do what they do.
It. So, I'm totally fine with that conversation.
Okay, but you would not take part. But you would still stay.
Yeah, I would stay.
You would DJ for me?
I'll probably be the introvert in the corner.
Okay. Would you tell your significant other that happened?
I would. I would. No. And I would. And the reason why I would is not to put this out there or anything, but to let her know, like, hey, this is exactly what took place. But it's more so just as a FYI.
Okay.
Right? But I will also have that. I also have that trust in my partner where I can say what took place and not have to face any backlash of, because we just have that transparency. Right?
Yeah.
Not to say like there's anything bad that took place, because I mean, it's just as a, hey, FYI, this happened. Oh, okay, cool. How did Sam enjoy it? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Yeah. That's it. Right?
So, Cash Money, what do you think? Is it okay if something like that happened? Would you want him to take part in it? Not him, like him, your significant other. So, let's say it's a guy's trip. Uncle Sammy's getting married, hypothetically, right? Your guy's with us on the trip. I arranged for someone to come in, a stripper to come in and dance for him and then leave. Right? Would you want your guy to be around that? He has nothing, he didn't know anything about it. It was a surprise. It was for Sam to enjoy the moment, and then the girl leaves.
Sure.
It's okay?
It's okay.
Why is it okay?
Because there's Pornhub. You can go and see that while it's right in front of you. Like,
but it's not porn. No one's having sex.
No, but still, like, when you're a stripper, some stripper get really naked. Like, they take off, the men get to take off their clothes and stuff. You get to see everything. My partner being there to witness all of that, what is he going to do? Put a blindfold over his eyes? No.
Would you rather your partner not tell you it happened and it was just a part of the guy's trip?
Yeah, I prefer him not to tell me.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
But also too, like, but if your partner was in that situation, can you fault him for anything? Remember, he didn't plan it, he didn't pay for it, he didn't do anything other than he was just told, hey, this is gonna happen, and the person showed up and did what they had to do, got their money and left. Like,
No,
Would you prefer him telling you or not telling you?
I prefer him not to tell me.
Okay.
why though? Why?
So
I
did she
like
say not telling?
Yes, not. I like that.
Oh,
What is it? That mentality of what? The less I know, the better. Is
Or-
that the mentality, or
Or is it like it's a guy thing, keep it between us?
I don't like that actually. I'm with JR. I think the not telling is the wrong way to go because it leads to bad habits, and then you're allowing for bad habits to creep in. So now, and then on the flip side, if you do find out, let's say he doesn't tell you and you find out, then are you going to be mad at him because you actually prefer him not to tell you? So how can you be mad at him if you wanted him not to tell you? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, it depends on the person and how they'll react. So for me, I think like that will irritate me because obviously it's not his fault that his friends are arranging that for him. And I think like if I'm to know, like I feel like maybe I'll react in a way that I'm not supposed to. So I prefer not to know.
Okay.
Just let it be like that.
I'm with JR though on the mindset of just putting it out in the open and being honest about it, because if I didn't do anything wrong, there's nothing for me to hide.
Yeah.
So that's why I rather
You
put
can
it out
still
there
put
so
it out
you're
there.
aware.
You can still be
because
honest.
I think it'll lead to more issues going
You can-
forward if I start hiding things. Because once someone finds
True.
out, they'll be like, "Oh, so why did you hide it?" It
True.
seems like I'm keeping something a secret when it was really nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to tell me, he can. But I'm not gonna full on like go and ask if there's whatever.
Yeah, but I think it comes down to a level of, if you trust your partner and your partner trusts you, and we keep that open communication, you shouldn't be scared to tell your partner anything, good or bad or ugly.
Right.
And then on top of that, you would trust your partner enough to have that trust in you that what you're telling them, they believe you on. Right? So, look, the stripper came, did a 10, 15-minute show, however long it is, collected her money and left.
Yeah.
And we just continued to do what we were doing. Go back to watching UFC or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, there was a girl for every guy there.
Yeah.
And it was after hours and, like,
Sam may have to go to the washroom and clean up, but like that's it.
you gotta go clean up outside. I don't want no nothing on me.
Got them Dubai princess coming
See,
pooping.
you guys keep on bringing this. You keep on bringing this back. Yeah.
She said pee's okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sam, in your situation, let's say you were in JR's position where I arrange a stripper. I'm telling you there's a stripper coming to dance for JR who's getting married. What would you do in that situation?
Repeat the situation to me.
So basically, JR is you now, right? So
Okay. So I was unaware.
yeah, you're unaware. But first of all, yeah, you're unaware. What would you do? Would you tell your girl about it?
Yeah, I definitely would actually. Like I would
So you won't
like
keep it
what I was
between
saying
us,
earlier
bros?
about like speaking to the guys and
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, I'm just to let you guys know I'm gonna mention it. Are you guys okay if I mention it to
All right.
whoever that just so I don't have any issues going forward because I wasn't aware and I don't want her to think that So it's just more for not to have any disconnect when it comes to the communication aspect.
All right.
I like that.
But I'll throw it out there. I've been to bachelor parties where they go to a strip club, and as we know, strip club isn't any of our things.
Yeah.
But at that point, I don't do anything. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just there. So I don't see that it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? So I would think the girl that I'm with would understand if I had to go to a strip club or something for a bachelor. I'm not gonna be that guy that's like, I'm not gonna go to the strip club
Right.
with you guys. I'll meet you at the other leg of the
Right.
It doesn't make sense. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And like that's the interesting part, because let's say it's, I don't know, a group of 5 guys, right? you basically gotta say, sorry guys, I can't go. You'll be looked at funny because all the guys know why you can't go.
Why can't you go?
All the guys will know exactly why. It's because there's probably something going on at home where the partner doesn't want their significant other going there, right? And then you have the guys looking at you differently, then you have guys looking at your girl differently, and now it's
But you could also extend the thing where why would you let your girl know about what's happening? It's kind of like a little extension of that. It's like,
true.
You really got to tell her, man? Because what if all the girls are not okay with that? You kind of want to keep the bro code before the hoe code. Let me not say that.
Well, but that's the thing. So now it's like we're all crossing the line in what we're about to do. But we're saying,
but you're not really crossing the line. Like,
no
one's doing anything bad.
Putting them
it's just like we're not mentioning anything.
True.
Just because
it'll cause trouble at home.
It'll cause trouble.
Which is almost one of those things where it's like,
you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the side that just don't say anything, man. Nothing's gonna happen. I know myself.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a good time.
Exactly.
Obviously not good time, but I'm gonna have a good time. And you know what? Let's get back to the UFC fight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, as long as you know your partner knows you, and you guys have a somewhat idea of what the do's and don'ts are, because there's certain unwritten rules that you know, right? It's just relationship code. You don't have to speak it, but you both know it.
Right.
And I think once you kind of have that established, that's it. Because at the end of the day, when the trip's over and everybody goes back home, you got to deal with the issues at home with your partner. Right. So, to avoid all of that, fellas, just do what's right. That's it.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Screw what the guys will joke about for the next couple months or whatever, or whatnot. But at the end of the day, if you're a faithful man and you love your partner and you'll do anything for your partner, you'll do what's right. So,
this segment of our podcast may offend others. Please don't take offense. We're not trained professionals or know anything of value to the West Indian music scene. We're just having fun and commenting on what we see and hear. Please don't take these personally. We really do appreciate the hard work and efforts of these artists. We definitely could not even come close to anything you've done. We're just here to have a good old fun time, live the dream. Thank you for listening.
Right, all right. We are back and rolling.
So tell them a little bit about this segment, JR.
All right, everyone. Well, welcome to the West Indian Chutney Music Review, where we take some of the videos that were featured on the West Indian Chutney Music channel, and we go ahead and give them a review. Our reviews are quite simple. We just listen to it, give our thoughts and opinion on it, and at the end, we give a rating of 1 out of 5 mics. 1 obviously being don't want to hear it again, versus 5 mics is a
Krishna. Put it in the center, for example.
And which is one that we're definitely going to be listening to
Krishna,
again.
we need some new ones coming out.
Yes. Uncle Krish, wherever you are.
Yeah, so these are new videos we've never seen. We've literally just turned on the West Indian Chutney Music channel on YouTube. Big up to West Indian Chutney Music. Thank you for showing us some great music and great artists. And keep in mind, this is for jokes. Don't take this personal. Disclaimer, you've already seen that. Let's start it off.
All right. So our first video, we got 3 videos lined up. First video is Lady Sanjana, which is her song Chatak Matak, which is a mix
bracket
group. All right, let's see what we got. Lady.
wind it up. Let's wind it up.
All right.
All right.
That was Lady Sanjana with Matak Mix in brackets. Rupa.
Uncle Sammy, you want to start? Oh no, did we lose Uncle Sammy?
Oh, sorry, I put myself on mute.
Taking a fart.
I could start. I gave it 2 mics. The video seemed very simple, and like the dance moves were like very simple, and I thought the song was just okay, like not that great. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll give it the same. I'll give it a 2 mics. I don't think it's necessarily for us guys. I think maybe that's a ladies' anthem. I don't know.
So let's hear what a lady has to say.
Which
don't put words in her mouth. Be controlling.
Which Cash Money Linda's rating doesn't even matter because she didn't see it. So,
what do you think, Cash?
I didn't see the video, but I was listening to the song.
Which?
Okay.
Maybe you should have seen the video. I don't know.
Not seen the video. How was the video?
It was just they were just dancing on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. The song I'll rate it 1 out of 5.
Oh.
I just didn't like it.
All right, you can speak for women then.
Do you know the original? It's a mix. Do you know any of the?
No, I don't.
I didn't know any. You, Jace?
No.
Yeah, at that point, I didn't know. Yeah, it wasn't for me. Just to be nice, 2 out of 5.
All right, I'm giving 1 mic. No more further comment. Let's go on to the next one.
All right, let's see what we got lined up next here. All right, we have got Sanjana.
Same one? Go back.
Yes.
Lady Sanjana.
And then we have.
And then you have Sanjana. Is it the same?
It looks like the same girl.
All right.
Little.
One
bit,
has
yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
One's a lady and one's just Sanjana.
All right. Maybe she's releasing her album and it was a mistype by her brother who posted these videos. I've done that before, but.
All right. So we have Sanjana with Kiye Dhanwa.
Sure.
All right.
Kiye Dhanwa.
All right. We'll see what we got. Oh,
it is, ladies.
It's the rebrand.
So she really.
That was Sanjana, also known as Lady Sanjana, with her new single
Dhanwa. Dhanwa.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
So this one is definitely better than the first one. I think the video was a lot better. I think the song sounded pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll go next. I actually liked it. I think I know the original, which I thought was pretty good. She did a pretty good. Sanjana did a pretty good rendition. Definitely better than the first one that I seen. I liked it. I like the kind of sightseeing around, the Orlando areas. It was cool. It seemed more authentic rather than just, okay, girls, line up and let's dance. I liked it. So I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. Yeah.
No comment on the visa. They got visa now. They got a show there in the States. What's that?
I don't even want to go down that road again. But yeah.
All right, Uncle Sabby, what you got?
I also going with a 2.5. I thought the video was definitely better than the first one, and the song was better too. So 2.5 for me.
All right.
Cool. Cash Money, what you got?
I will rate this one 2.5 out of 5.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I think we all went 2.5.
The video coordination was good. Song was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, you know the original.
Yes.
Do you like the original?
Of course.
Okay. There you go. All right. So we are going to head on to our third and final video. And it just so happened that this one is queued up. And I kid you not, it just aligned perfectly. But we have got...
Lady Sanjana has another one too.
Oh, boy.
Is this her week? Let's see. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
We'll go to that one next.
All right.
After this one. But we have got an individual who came out with, I guess we could call a banger, which was Mahendra, which was rum, coke, and pork.
With Ranjiv.
With Ranjiv, there you go.
Yes.
So I like him. I like the song. I like him. So I'm really, really anticipating.
You see the sound system in the back?
There you go. I can see. It looks like he's throwing up some gang signs. So
yeah, the Rock. We got the Rock in here.
So with that being said, we have got Mahendra, which his song is Leave and Gone. Let's go.
Swiss Chalet Seafood Fest is back and better than ever. Enjoy Canada's favorite rotisserie chicken paired with garlic shrimp.
Okay. Mahendra Ramkellawan.
Them a watch me. Now you leave me and gone. Yes, I know. Many times I wrong. In this hard time, you leave me alone, and you don't even answer your phone. Pain in my heart, tears in my eyes. I can't live this life without you. I hope and pray that you come back home one day. If you love somebody, put your hand in the air. Love somebody, put your hand in the air. Love somebody, put your hand in the air. Hand in the air. Love is not a game to play with. Love is a sacrifice. Many times I fail you, baby. Now I end up pay the price. Love is not a game to play with. Love is a sacrifice. Many times I fail you, baby. Now I end up pay the price. I don't know how I feel so. I just feel to leave the wall and go. Now you leave me and gone. road. Yes, we have we ups and downs. Love is coming from my heart. I can't see we move.
All right. Okay, and that was Mahendra's new song, Leave and Gone. All right, Jace, why don't we start with you?
I don't know how to react to this one because I think I can like it, but I think I cannot like it at the same time. I think I have to hear it a couple more times.
Yeah.
The beats sounded good. The video was actually, it was good. It had a little story to it of him cooking and the draws and they're making fun of him and stuff like that. The video was good. So the video, I think, puts it up to a 3 out of 5 mics. Yeah.
That's a pretty good rating.
Mahendra, you keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll go next. I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
It was okay. I think there's a lot of hype just because of what he came out with previously, but I think maybe I have to listen to it a bit again. Or listen to it again. I don't know, it just I wasn't really getting what I was expecting from it.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll come with time. I don't know. But yeah.
How about the video?
The video was okay. It's not bad. It looked like shot somewhere in New York or something.
Definitely.
Where else? And yeah, it seemed pretty simple. Yeah. But keep doing your thing, Mahendra, though.
All right, Uncle Sammy.
The video made me laugh actually because one scene when it was like in the trees in the background, I think he was like standing in a shopping cart, and I don't know if they meant to like catch the shopping cart, but you could see it. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. But I didn't like the song, so I think I'll go with 1.5.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
All right.